I met Travis back in like 2019. We socialized for quite a bit, and then we had a really nice conversation, but it was very platonic and it was very superficial, very pleasant person. And we kind of stayed connected, would reconnect periodically over the next couple of years. And I'll be honest, at the time in 2019, I wasn't broke, but I was barely debt free. And I was not in a position to invest, but they were still showing me, respect and courtesy when a lot of other people that I was talking to didn't. And it's not that they were rude to me, they just wouldn't give you the time of day because you weren't going to cut a check, And so I got on the phone with Joe after Travis's connection, and we chatted, I don't know, 30 minutes or so. And, he seemed like a down-to-earth guy. And, we didn't really talk that much about real estate. We just got to know each other. So then I started doing some more research, and I was like, on Travis. Well, Travis wasn't very well known at the time. He's been doing more lately, but so there's not much to know about Travis. So okay, he's in the cog at Ashcroft at the moment. So who's this Joe guy? So start doing research on Joe. Oh, okay, he's actually pretty well known. He's got this pretty big podcast, pretty big following. All right, never heard of him, but so what? So then I go and I started listening to some of the podcasts, and they're surrounding themselves with the right people and saying the right things. Okay, that's interesting. And then I go and I started looking at Ashcroft and I request, some information about the deals. So then they freely send me, historical information. Hey, this was our deal, how much we bought it for, how much we sold it for, net return to investors, IRR, cash on cash, stuff like that. I'm like, okay, well, they look clean. And so then I started, well, you know what I want to do? I want to try and see if I can find anything bad about Ashcroft. So I go and start trying to look for anything bad. And when I looked, there was nothing, like nothing. And that doesn't happen if people are screwing people. Now, they may not get, let's be honest, 7%, it doesn't really get me that excited, okay? Like, 6% or whatever. It doesn't really get me that excited, but I liked their vision. I liked their history. I liked the direction they were going. I liked the assets that they were investing in. I'm not a big enough boy to invest in some of those big assets that they have. I don't have the experience operating those big assets, but I believe that the nation is pushing us towards a renter nation. And because I had a great experience with them, they treated me respectfully at a time when they didn't have to. I didn't even really have a good reason to, other than the fact that I was a human. I connected with them, and each time I would connect with them, they would, reciprocate the respect. They had a good track record, and I couldn't find anything negative about a company, or when people are willing to talk negatively. Like, there's not a chance in the world if Ashcroft was screwing people that they'd be able to keep it quiet. You just can't. There's not a chance that Joe Fairless would be able to continue his podcast and keep his reputation if he was screwing people. Just not going to happen. Not in today's world. Passive income is, people call it passive. It still takes some time and effort, but the point is that you are compensated at a rate that is dramatically different than for your time than you would for your active investments. Mm-hmm. And so that's really what a passive investment is where you can continue to collect on the time investment that you made at an early phase of the investment. My personal investment strategy, I guess a lot of it ties back to what fuels me, and I'm thinking of doing things in a way that sets up generational wealth for my family. If you want a solid investment over the course of your life, there is nothing that will perform as consistent as real estate. Awesome. Well, I hope you have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.